Warren, let's talk about some of the things that really resonated with people and maybe start where you began the annual meeting this year. And that was talking to your investors and telling them a little bit about investing, some tips and lessons along the way. You kind of used it as a teaching experience at the top.
Yeah, normally I don't do that. I mean, in fact, I can't remember when I did it. We just go right into questions and answers. But I really thought that maybe we were giving a little bit the wrong lesson because all the questions would naturally tend toward current events. And so this time I went back actually to 1942 when I bought my first stock as an illustration of all the things that have happened since 1942. We've had 14 presidents, 7 Republicans, 7 Democrats. We've had world wars. We had 9/11. We had the Cuban Missile Crisis. We have all kinds of things. The best single thing you could have done on March 11th, 1942, when I bought my first stock, was just buy an index fund and never look at a headline, never think about stocks anymore, just like you would do if you bought a farm. You just buy the farm and let the tenant farmer run it for you. And I pointed out that if you'd put $10,000 in an index fund that reinvested dividends, and I paused for a moment to let the audience try and guess how much it amount to, and it would come to $51 million now. And the only thing you had to really believe in then is that America would win the war and that America would progress as it has ever since 1776, and that American business, if America moved forward, American business would move forward. You didn't have to worry about what stock to buy. You didn't have to worry what day to get in and out. You didn't know the Federal Reserve would exist, whatever it might be. And America works.
Warren Buffett, the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, has solidified his place as arguably the greatest investor of all time. If you're a student, fan, or follower of Warren Buffett, you also know that many of his success tips go far beyond investing and aim at helping you to live a more successful life. Here are 4 that really stand out. Welcome to Money Mastery. 1. Say no to almost everything. The mega mogul once said, "The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything." That's a tall order. Most ambitious people are driven by results and doing more, not less. But from a self-help, self-care standpoint, if you think you're taking on too much and you've been labeled a workaholic, Buffett's no advice should hit home. This advice in practice may mean saying no many times to things that don't serve you and saying yes to the few things that truly matter to advance your personal mission in life. 2. Face down your fears. Buffett is no stranger to fear. In fact, he was once terribly afraid of public speaking. That is, until he took a Dale Carnegie course to improve this very important business skill. Since overcoming his fear of speaking, he's become one of the most frequently quoted speakers in the world. Now Buffett gives his followers a priceless lesson on courage, stated in 4 powerful words: face down your fears. Buffett advises young and old to not allow fear to limit them from accomplishing the things they need to do to become successful. 3. Play the long game. One of his best tips is to lean on the belief that good things will happen to those who wait. In his own words, Buffett said, "No matter how great the talent or efforts, some things just take time. You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant." Typically, those people hell-bent on making hasty, impulsive choices are also the ones focused on short-term gains and instant gratification. This is the antithesis of the Buffett way. Buffett is a firm believer in the important lesson of slowing down and thinking long-term. In the end, true success comes from focusing on those steady, small, and consistent day-to-day actions that pave the way to long-term results. And your best weapons in those efforts are patience and discipline. 4. Surround yourself with people more successful than you. Buffett has repeatedly mentioned the importance that mentorship can have in someone's career development, including his own. Beyond that, Buffett has always advised that success relies on surrounding yourself with the right people. He said, "Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours and you'll drift in that direction." This is a good life lesson about adapting the traits of successful people further down the path from you. Because when you do, you grow your influence and network. As the famous saying goes, we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Make sure to associate with those who can potentially help you learn new things, grow, and advance your career.